Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you how to use several, well not several, but at least 3 anti-spyware, anti-malware programs for you to use if you suspect that your computer has been hijacked for some reason. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to either Firefox or Internet Explorer, whatever your preference is. I'll just go to Internet Explorer. I'm going to open that up. Of course, I'm always going to go to Google, because Google does search a lot better. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to install a program called Spybot Search and Destroy. So I'm just going to type in Spybot into Google and hit enter. Now the trick is with these programs here, sometimes a lot of websites try and fool you to download like Spybot, but it's not actually Spybot. The one that you want to really look for is the domain name, which is www.safernetwork.org.au. That is the actual home of Spybot Search and Destroy. So whenever you see www.safer-networking.org, that is the official site for Spybot Search and Destroy. Don't go to any of these other sites that are saying, spybot.softwaredownloads.com, because you could download a program which could actually do more harm than good. So my recommendation is stick with the safe domains, which is with safer-networking.org. Because I want to download Spybot, of course I want to do safer-networking.org/English, EN for English, and download. No. So I do want to download Spybot. So I do click on Spybot Search and Destroy. Now it gives you a couple of mirror options depending on where you are in the world. Generally I'll just go for whichever one's closer to your geographical location. So for me in Australia, I'll just go to whatever the first one is, download here. It should take you to a page similar to something like this. Don't be alarmed if it looks a bit suspicious. This is the program here that we want to use, which is Spybot Search and Destroy. So let's see if we can find the download button. Now be very careful with some of these sites, because they try and fool you into actually downloading other programs that you go, oh, I'll click on that and it will download some other program. Where it says here recommended downloads, you'll see that if I hover my mouse over the top, it says advertisement. So if I click on that, it's actually an advertisement. It's not going to download Spybot itself. So I try and use my common sense as much as I can, and I'll try and go either download Search and Destroy, Spybot Search and Destroy. Download, if you hover your mouse again, you can see advertisement, so you know not to sort of click on that one. Don't go for the most obvious bling, the one that stands out the most, that goes, flash, 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 download me, because they're often the ones that cause you the trouble. It's the same like this. You hover your mouse over it, it tells you to go to download.flrunner.com. I mean, where's that going to take you? It's probably going to take you to places where you don't really want to go, because again, you're going to end up in a worse position than what you are. So I'm going to click on download Spybot SND, which is Search and Destroy, which is about 16 meg. So click on that. Of course, again, it's going to come up with all these flashy things saying, you know, before you download, run this scan, start the scan now. Just make sure that you find the one that says download in search and destroy here. If your download does not start soon, click here. Generally with Internet Explorer here, it's popped up here saying, do you want to run search and destroy 1.62? You can either run it or save it. I prefer to save it just in case for some reason internet drops out halfway through. Alright, so that's done now. So now I want to actually run it. Now this is the user account control. Now this is probably important that you have this turned on. If someone has told you to turn this off, I highly recommend that you actually turn it back on, because it actually prompts you and it says, hey, this software actually wants to run as administrative privileges. So if you're not aware of this because you've turned it off, then whatever programs you download, they don't actually ask you for permission, they just do it. And if you do have this turned on, you can actually click on the show details button here, and it says, okay, the program location is under you know, such and such downloads, which is what I've just downloaded. So I know it's legitimate, and I know that what I've done has actually activated this. If you're on a website and you're halfway through downloading, if you're halfway through browsing through the internet and all of a sudden this pops up and you go, you know, what have I done to spur this on? Don't just click on yes to get rid of it. Make sure you understand what it is that it actually wants you to do. If you look at it and it looks a bit dodgy, just click on no, because as soon as you click on no, it means that it's going to prevent any further complications or further administrative privileges for that program to take effect. So in this case, we know we want to download it and we want to install it, so I'm going to click yes. Of course, English. Just follow the prompts, go next. Of course, you agree to all the terms and conditions. Because I'm running a 64-bit Windows, it does say x86. That's fine. Click yes. In this part, I tend to sort of tick all of the you know, these boxes off, because all I really want to do is I just want to do a scan on the computer. And I want to, depending on what you want to do, if you want to create a start menu for it, you can do so. I tend not to. I'll click on next. With these ones here, I untick both of these, just because when you're on the internet, sometimes they can actually hassle you more than what it does. So it says, oh, is this website safe? And it comes up with pop-ups, and it can actually confuse you a little bit more. So I tend to turn both of those off. I don't want a quick launch icon, which is the one that pops down here. I just want to create a desktop icon just so I can access it every week or two, just to do a, you know, like a scan, and then install it. So during the back here, we can actually just close this down. Actually, we don't need internet just for now. Run Spybot Search and Destroy. You can do. There's two ways of updating Spybot Search and Destroy. There's the manual way and there's the automatic way. I'll show you the automatic way because this might be a little bit easier for you to do. So I just go yes, finish, run Search and Destroy. I don't want to say this message again. This just tells you about the registry and how it wants you to back it up, just in case it does find a fault with the registry which can corrupt your computer. I have never come across a problem ever with this, but if you're unsure, back up the registry. Next thing you can do is you want to do a update. So we click on update, and of course it's going to want privileges to say, hey, I want to run as an administrator, because in order to do so I need to have admin privileges. So of course you want to click yes, choose your nearest uploader. Generally I just go, doesn't matter. Okay, so it gives you a whole lot of options here. It's up to you. I just like to download them all just to be safe. So depending on your internet, it depends on how long it takes for this to actually download. But the most important one that you actually want is the detection rules here, which actually pick out all the all the Trojans and the malware and the spyware. So in this video, this is just one program that I'm actually going to use as opposed to two different other ones that I like to do, because generally I find that one will detect a problem whereas another program might miss it, and vice versa. So if I run three synchronously, not like as in not at one time, but I go one after the other consecutively, then I find that the first one might not find it, but the second one will. The third one might find some more stuff that the two other ones haven't found yet. So this is where I like to run more than 2 to 3 programs at a time. Yep. Now the trick is, I'm running Windows 7 here. Now the trick is, if you do a scan right now, sometimes it actually just runs in a user mode. So when it actually finds stuff and you go fix, it doesn't actually fix it because you haven't actually given the program the proper privileges to actually fix any of the problems. So what I like to do is I like to get out of Spybot Search and Destroy. Let it load its updates, of course. Depending on your computer, this could just take a little bit, so I'm sort of just waiting at the moment. So I might just, if it doesn't have, oh, there we go. So I'll close the program down. So I've got Spybot Search and Destroy on my desktop right here. I can run a scan now if I like, but what I want to do is I actually want to show you a few other programs and how they work before I actually do the scanning.